Okay, so we are back here at Blue Data Vault. In this third use case, what we are going to do is we are going to have a customer who's made a previous purchase come back and make some changes to their subscriptions. It's an expansion use case. Typically, the way a lot of companies do this is they enable this from within the product itself, where you can add more users or add licenses from within the product. Or you could do it through a My Account type of a portal, customer portal, which can be enabled with Experience Cloud, Salesforce's Experience Cloud, or through other tools. In this case, what we've done is that on our website itself, we've just provided a view for customer to see their subscriptions and make updates from there. Let's kick it off on that.
Thank you, Nish. So we have a unique customer ID, which we are using to figure out which account does within Salesforce RLM does it need to pull. As I click on search, what happens is we're calling a RLM APIs to find out all the active assets within the system. In our previous demo, what we had done was we had done a new sale of data cloud storage and antivirus as an add-on for 1 year of a term. So the system automatically is smart enough to know all of that details that, for this particular account or customer, this is the products that we had sold. Now the customer wants to increase the quantity for this data cloud storage from 1 to 10. What the customer has to do is click on this revise button. Once you do that, we are able to pull all the details from the asset itself, including the price that the customer had paid at that time. Let's assume that this amendment happens in January 19. So I'm going to go to January 19 and set that date. And the customer wants to increase the quantity or licenses from 1 to 10. When I click on auto summary, in this case, what is happening is the system is figuring out what is the tax for this change. The system is smart enough to know that the previous quantity was 1, the new quantity that you wanted to go to 10. So the change in quantity is 9. And it's smart enough to calculate the prorated price for the remaining term or duration, right? And gives you the grand total. Now let's go and add in the order number or credit card details so that the payment can be processed. Okay, 94561, blake@chevron.com. As I click on purchase, now since the account already exists, the system, the RLM APIs are basically going to generate an order for this increase in quantity for that remaining term itself. Here we have the order number generated for that change. Let's go to the RLM back. As you notice, the order got generated over here, right? With the same account that we previously had created. If I go to the related tab, you'll notice that there's a data cloud storage for increase in quantity of 9. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and activate this order so that the asset gets generated for this quantity of 9 as well. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the account. You'll notice that it was the same user who had done this amendment or increase in quantity, right? So the contacts remain the same. You'll notice that there is 2 orders generated for this account. The first one that you see was for quantity 1 for 1 year of duration. The second one that you see is for the quantity 9, which is the upsell that happened. And then the auto start date is set to the future date over here. Notice that the asset does not change, meaning it was the change that happened within the data cloud storage, right? So RLM does not increase another asset record. What it does is if I go to this particular asset, if you go to the related tab, it captures the history or life cycle of this asset overall. So within this asset actions, as you can see, the initial sale happened with quantity 1, and there was an upsell that happened for quantity 9.
Yeah, and as Unnat is showing you this, one of the key things that businesses try to track is that they're enabling this type of omni-channel commerce. So far, we've seen everything working through e-commerce, but they also want insights of whatever is happening with any of their customers across different channels. Here you can see we are able to capture that there was an initial sale that happened for something, then there was an upsell. Now they in a subsequent demo, we are going to see how all this comes together through a quoting experience, which is generated through the CPQ platform here within RLM. And even then, all of that data comes together in one place for any type of analysis, reporting that is so critical for businesses. All right. Thank you so much for listening to us.